You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio, man. We are here once again today, man. We have a true honor to have another guest for today. Man, we're going to talk to the one and only Scott Adkins. He's the star of Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday. First and foremost, I want to say welcome to you, sir. And how you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks, Shamaya. How are you?
Doing great, man. And this movie, man, talking about funny, talking about a lot of action, a lot of breaking glass. Man, tell us a little bit about this movie, man.
Well, this movie is the sequel to Accident Man, which came out in 2018. And it was a comic book that I found when I was 14 years old. And I always thought, man, this would make a great film. Somebody should make this film. And nobody ever did. And so when I started making waves in the acting business, I decided to option the property myself. And I wrote the script myself with my best friend, Stu Small, that I've known since I was 16. And we got it to Sony and we made the movie and it was very successful. And I'm very happy to be here talking to you about the sequel, which, you know, to have a comic book when I was 14 and have a dream to play this guy, I realized that that's pretty cool.
And man, without giving any details away from the movie, because people need to go watch this, what was the prep like getting ready for this film? Because like I said, it's just a ton of action, a lot of fighting, a lot of jumping, everything. It's very intense.
Yeah, no prep. Well, there was prep in terms of we prevised a lot of the action sequences before we even got to Malta in England with the directors, because we didn't have a lot of time to shoot the movie. So we needed to arrive with a you know, you previs the fights in a gym with some stunt guys and you'll get the angles that you need. You'll make those decisions there and then in the gym when you edit it. And so that when we're spending money on the set, we know exactly the angles that we need to get and we have a game plan and we execute it. So we prepped it in that way. But in terms of getting into shape as a martial artist and all that sort of thing, that's really my bread and butter. That's what I do. So I'm always ready.
And when you are shooting this movie, there's a friend in this film that you meet up with. That guy was hilarious, to say the least, man. What was it like working with Fred?
Yeah, Perry Benson is great. He's very funny on and off screen, and he made a big impact in the first film. So we were happy. We knew we got to bring him back for the second, especially since he was one of the only guys that I didn't kill in the first movie anyway. But no, he's great. He's like a big man-child, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It's a bromance, that one. It's a good bromance.
There's a beginning part of the film. I won't say what it was, but it was so epic. I was not expecting what happened outside. I'll just put it that way. It was outside of a building, but you need to go watch this movie with Scott Adkins, Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday, and Comedy Day Shift. When you make films like this, where it's like action and comedy, is it kind of difficult to do that, trying to mix both together?
Action is difficult because it's painful and it hurts and it's time consuming. You need to get all the different angles. And comedy is very hard. It's not as painful, but it can be painful if you get it wrong and you're watching it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the two opposite things, really, because action needs to be very structured. You need to have a game plan. You're editing it there and then. You know specifically what you need to do because you've got to keep it safe. You don't want to hurt anyone. And then with the comedy stuff, you need to be very open and free and be able to try different things and be organic and throw out different ideas and improvise and see what sticks. So they're very opposite and they're both very hard.
Man, what's some of the wisdom that you gained over the years just pushing yourself to be your best version of yourself?
Well, yeah, that's it. You've got to be the best version of yourself, haven't you? You can't really compete with other people. You just got to know in your heart that you are doing everything you can to be the best version of yourself. And we're all individual and we've all got different strengths and different things to offer. So it's really about competing with yourself and not other people.
So Scott Adkins, when you said that about being the best version of yourself, I mean, someone listening right now, they're like, man, but what if, I'm just not feeling it? On your days that you're not feeling it, how you keep yourself focused to make sure that you're not pushing yourself in the wrong direction?
I mean, the thing is for me, right, I have had this will to make it in the film business since I was a little kid. And it was a real passion and a fire burning from within me. So that's not fair, right? If you can be gifted with that passion, then you never need to motivate yourself. You never need to give yourself a kick up the backside. It's more the problem of the worry that you have that maybe you're not going to be able to achieve this dream that you've got. That's the way it always felt to me. The motivation was always there because I just desperately wanted to achieve in this business. And I don't know where that came from. It was always there. So I think if you have that, then you're very lucky. If you know exactly what you want to do with your life, then you are extremely lucky, because maybe most people don't.
Man, that's awesome words, man. And coming from you, you make it look so easy, man, on film. I want to say it's a great honor talking to you. And like you said, you and Ray Stevenson starred this action film directed by the Kirby brothers, Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday. It opens in theaters and digital on demand October 14th. When people go see this, it's a good time, a fun time to get some laughs out, especially when we're going through today's difficult times.
It is difficult, isn't it? Today, the world is a little bit weird and there's a lot of anxiety out there and stress. So, yeah, what I'd love for people to do is just to switch on Hitman's Holiday for 90 minutes. And I promise you'll just have a great time. It's full of action, crazy characters, a great story, very colourful, comedic film with a very British sensibility. And I guarantee you just have a real good time and switch your brain off and forget about your troubles and just enjoy it.
And one more question, man, I'll let you go. There's a woman in this film. I want to do a good job and not give any details away from this movie. But there's a woman in this film who's like your helper, if you will.
Yeah.
Share a little bit of a teaser with the audience of who this woman is.
Well, if you're an international assassin, a martial artist, you need to keep your skills sharp somehow. So sometimes it's a good idea to pay someone good money to perhaps attack you when you may least expect it, just to keep your skills sharp. And that is the job of Wong Siu Ling, who is a descendant of the great Wong Fei Hung, played by Jet Li in the Once Upon a Time in China series. And she brings the pain when you least expect it. And she's a great fun character.
And what was funny about when I was watching it, I was like, I'm just counting like, man, that's a lot of expensive things breaking. And then the TV, I won't say much after that, but y'all just watch out for the TV. I was like, man, you're just going through it. But what was cool is that you're just so calm about everything. You're just like, oh, okay, I got you.
Flamingo.
Once again, I want to say thank you, Scott Adkins, for taking time in your busy schedule to talk to us today. Y'all make sure y'all go watch this amazing movie. It is out on theaters, digital, and on demand October 14th. Talking to a true legend, Scott Adkins. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thanks a lot, mate. Thank you.